9-point harness. Grandpa, get your ID. Shortly, because ladies and gentlemen, it is showtime.
You're listening to the Dirt Racing Podcast.
Hello and welcome to another edition of the Dirt Racing Podcast. Couple of our tracks got in last week, and then Saturday, unfortunately, the rain happened. Question of the week for this week: do you like special weekday races like the High Limit or Flow Night or America or Cedra? If you want to comment on it, either comment on our Twitter page for your answers, and then I'll read some of the answers on next week's show. Results starting at the Marshalltown Speedway with your Mod Light. Your winner was the 11P of John Padilla. Second, Riley Clem. The 9 seed. Third, the 99 Josh May. Fourth, the 2 of Jason Toppenberg. Fifth was the 46Z of Ryan Ziem. Ben George in the 4G was 6th. Austin Gray in the 48G was in 7th. 8th, William Nobles in the 8N. Derek Knudsen in the 99X was 9th. 10th, Chelsea Lardini in the 18M. 11th, the 19 Double D, Derek Foster. And Austin Glick was 12th in the 3. The rest did not finishes. 13th, the 21 of Scott Bailey. 14th, the 3G of Joe Glick. 15th, the 64 Randy Bryan. 16th, the Z50 of Joel Huggins. And 17th, the 14 of David Bailey. In the sport mod, your winner was the K3 of Kyle Olson. Second, the 25 of Travis Peterson. Third, the 19J of Janae Gustin. Fourth, Braden Richards in the 11R. Fifth, the 16K of Kalen Lopez. Sixth, the 105 of Taylor Bass. Seventh, the 57K of Ryan King. Eighth, the 21 of Cam Reimers. Cannon Vincent in the 74 was 9th. 10th was the 9J of Jeremiah Reed. 11th was the 4-gauge Hildenberg. 12th was the 8 of Tom Lathrop. 13th was the 193 of Josiah Taylor. 14th, the T15 of Tim Parrott. The rest either did not start or did not finish. 15th, Kurt Spines in 28B. 16th was the 7M of Steve McLaughlin, and then credited with 17th did not start the 117 of Zach Hubble, and credited with 18th and did not start was the 198 of Sam Weaven. Your stock car, A-Main. Your winner was the A1A of Austin Kaplan. Second, the 92 of Dan McAtoon. Third, the 94 Steve Meyer. Fourth, the 2 of David Atcher. Fifth was the 93 of Michael Jeanette. Sixth, the 31 of Michael Smith. Seventh, the 5A Tyler Pickett. Eighth was the 14C of Leah Roden. Ninth, the 3T of Scooter Dillon. 10th, 37 of Kylie Rollins. 11th, and did not finish, was the 16 of Jeff Byers. It credited with 12th and did not start was the 07 of Chris Wilkie. In the modifieds, and you can go back and watch this race on Flow as the race of the week for the feature was. Your winner was the 5 of Todd Schutz. Second, the 99X of Dalton Murray. Third was the 82 of Jake McBurney. Fourth, the 13 of Jerry Flippo. Fifth, the 70 of Jesse Dennis. The 111 was Ethan Broxman. 6th. Dustin Canoing was 7th and 56. The 10 of Jeremy Mills was 8th. 9th the 26J of Joel Russ. 10th, the 10K of Uncle Ron Lorenzen. 11th, the 2Z of Zach Rollins. 12th was the 11 of Isaac Malaco. 13th, the 69 junior Jonathan Logue. 14th was the 3W of Garrett Wilson. 15th was the 5G of Gat Latrim. 16th was the 7M of Daniel Miller. Paul Nagel in the 05 was 17th. 18th was the 2B of Robert Moore. 19th was the 40 RC of Rob Clement. 20th was the 43 of Preston Williams. 21st to 5J of Jason Morehouse. Then these cards did not finish or did not start. 22nd was the 19G of Richie Gustin. 23rd, the 48J of Jacob Murray. 24th, the 19 of Jimmy Gustin. 25th, the 12 of Ramsey. And then credited with 26th that did not start, the 7R Ethan Roby. Chase Weimer in the 19S did not start with credited with 27th. In the hobby stocks, your winner was the 4W John Watson. Second, the 12K of Eric Knudsen. Third, the 1K of Tom Killen. Fourth, the 55X of Corey Vanderwelt. Fifth was the 17L Luke Ramsey. Sixth, the 2G of Bradley Graham. Seventh was the 11K of William Kosterman. Eighth was the 69 of Calvin Don't. Ninth, 79 RX RC Riley Christensen. 10th, the 64H of Mark Heidelbaugh. 11th, 11B of Solomon Bennett. 12th, the 73 of Aaron Martin. 13th was the 55 of Brent Mosdem. Parker Anderson was 14th in the 47P. 15th was the 16 of Buddy Heideshak. 16th was the 14T of Mitchell Thomas. 17th, the 47X of Raymond Fees. 18th, the 17K of Blair Kriegel. 19th was Kalen Shearing in the 19. 20th was the 17 of Andy Peck. The rest did not finish as 21st, the 5M of Austin Meeman. Sam West in the 47S was 22nd. 23rd, the 47 of Darren Desorte. And 24th was the 22 of Seth Butler. In the sport compacts, your winner was the 31D of Blake Driscoll. Second, the 83B of Mitchell Bunch. Third, the 63B of Terry Bickford. Fourth, the 16 of Curtis Masterson. Fifth was the 9 of Kobe Saban. Sixth, the 5 of Larry Warner. Seventh was the 46 of John Patterson. Eighth was the 8A of Anthony Clark. Ninth, they did not finish, was an eighth. The rest did not finish, starting with eighth. Ninth, the 33 NK of Nicole Kimmel. And 10th, the 07 of Marcus Neese. Over at the CJ Speedway on Friday night, we'll start with the modified. Your winner was the 71C of Troy Cordes. Second, the 88 of Jared Brown. Third, the 77 Kurt Kyle. Fourth was the 22 of Brandon Banks. Fifth was Dakota Simmons in the 40. Sixth was the 21B of Barry Dugan. Scott Brow in the 26th was in 7th. 8th, the IB 25 was Shane Richardson. Leland Bushlong in the 85B was 9th. Rob Gus in the 9G was 10th. And 11th was the 11V of Troy Philpott. In the stock cars, Your winner was the 14R Jim Redman. Second, Dakota Simonson in the 60. Third, just Kenny O'Donnell in the 56. Fourth was the 10G of Dustin Griffiths. Fifth was the 22 of Tanner Allen. Sixth was the 21M of Kurt Kensley. Seventh, Austin Kemper in the 75 ounce. Austin O'Donnell in the 56A was eighth. Norman Bean, 62, was ninth. 10th, Nathan Ballard in 29. 11th, Corey Slaughterman in the C4. And 12th, the 27 of Matt Pickney. In the sport mods, your winner was the 117 Dylan Van Wyk. Second, the 7V Carter Vandenberg. Third, the 29 Colton Lizzie. Fourth was the 17 of Trey Rock. Fifth, the 13th C of Shane Pears. Sixth was the 42 of Tyler Hecker. Brandon Schulteis was 7th at 29B. Cody Lehman was in 7, was 8th. 9th, Levi Gaunt in the 44G. Todd Hanson in 21 was 10th. 11th, Travis Tedrow in 13. Nick Uppel in the 5A was in 12th. 13th was the 52 of Billy Kane. 14th was the 15 question mark Michael Bear. 15th, the 16 Joel Payne. 16th, the 9 of Shane Wright. Levi Lehman in the 10L was 17th. Jaron Miller in 17M was 18th, and 19th was the 96 of Matthew Lundry, and credited with 20 and did not start Jim Russell in the 25 CB, and 21st and did not start Richard Halliburton in the 14. In the hobby stocks, your winner was Cody Staley, 55. Second, Randy Lamar in the 4R. Third, the 6PX of Preston McDonald. Fourth was the 33T of Trevor Tanner. Fifth was Billy Stanford in 52. Sixth, Cale Hemsley. It's 88H. Ninth, Jeremy Dooley in the 91. Jason Shirley in the 88 was 8th. 9th, James Pilkington in 22. 10th was Luke Phillips in 33. Austin Stradler in 12 was 11th. Tucker Richardson was 12th in 28. Jesse Wenzel in 31W was 13th and credited with 13th and did not start Caden Staley in the 5. In the sport compacts, the 00 Steph Miters, your winner. Caleb Giese in the 20C was second. Shane Barnes was third in the 26X. Darren Smith in the 17X was fourth. Christian Grady was fifth in the 89. Sixth was Garrett Porter in the 746. Seventh was Alex Hayes in the 23H. William Michael was eighth in the 69JX. Kyle Rasdam was ninth in the 18A. Mike Flurkey in the 42M was 10th. Bayerson Tharp in the 20T was 11th. 12th, Jacob Smith in the 6th. Cody Van Duzen was 13th in the 53. In the 87T, Tyler Rock was 14th. Last night over at the Southern Iowa Speedway was racing action. We'll start with your sport mods. Your winner was the 1V Curtis Vanderwall. Second was the 30M of McGuire DeYoung. Third, the 01 Braden Carter. Fourth, the 29 or the 8T of Tony Johnson. Fifth, the 29 of Colton Lizzie. Sixth, the 55R Stephen Berry. And seventh was the 15K of Kyle Harwood. In the non-winged, It was 11B Ben Woods, your winner. Second, Nathan James in the 7J. Third, the 12 Doug Sylvester. Fourth, T4 Tyler Graves. Fifth, the 3T of Tim Folkerts. And sixth, the 12T of Tim Graham. Sport Compacts. Your winner was the 26 Shane Barnes. Second, the 746 of Garrett Porter. Third, the 7 of Brandon Pickney. Fourth was Bob Hayes in the 0. Fifth was Caleb Hildebrand in the 11. Kyle Resdom in the 18A was 6th. 7th, the 2H James Herring. 8th was the 5H of Tyler Herring. 9th, the 2M of Matt Moore. And 10th, the 00 Seth Minders. In the stock cars, your winner was the 22 R Todd Reisler. Second, the 52 Nathan Wood. Third, the 85 Jason McDaniel. Fourth, the B17 Steve Byers. Fifth, the 10G Justin Griffith. Sixth, Travis Bonnell in the 3. Seventh was the 7S of Wade Francis. And eighth, the 96 of Clinton Goff. In the hobby stocks, your winner was the 14 of Christian Huffman. Second, 42T of Tyson Overton. Third, the 44P of Peyton Stevens. Fourth was the 73 Aaron Martin. Fifth, the 01 of Austin Barnes. Sixth was the 55 of Brad Stevens. Seventh, the 10G Justin Griffiths. Eighth was the 88H of Kel Hemsley. Ninth, 54 Jesse Williams. 10th, the 6PX of Preston McDonald. 11th was the 12 of Mike Kincaid. 12th was the 1R Rick Van Dusseldorp. 13th was the 72H of Jimmy Kiesling. 14th to 22 of James Pilkington. 15th to 24K of Jamie Kent. 16th to 7 Keaton Gordon. 17th to 0N, 00N of Noah Graves. 18th to 7V of Eric Stanton. 19th, the 33T of Trevor Tanner. 20th, the 44R of Robbie Wilson. 21st, the 32 Taz of Bobby Green. And 22nd was the 71B of Brandon Payne. Upcoming racing action for this week, starting today through next Thursday. Over at the Marshalltown Speedway, the normal racing night with sport mods, stock cars, modifieds, hobby stocks, mod lights, the Outlaw Mini mods. Outlaw Mini mods. Over at the CJ Speedway, their normal 5 classes of hobby stock car, sport mod, modified, and sport compact. Saturday night at 34 Raceway. Your classes in action are the 305 sprints, modified sport mods, stock cars, sport compacts, and dirt late models. And hopefully the 4th time's the charm at Knoxville Raceway as the Pro Series. The Pro Sprints, 360 and 410 sprint cars. Wednesday at Southern Iowa Speedway will be their normal 5 classes of anomaly sprint cars, sport compacts, sport mods, stock cars, and hobby stocks. And then Thursday Night Thunder, instead of being on a Friday night next week at Marshalltown, Thursday night your classes will be your mod lights, sport mods, stock car, modified, hobby stock, sport compacts, and outlaw cruisers. The question of the week, once again, is do you like weekday special races like the High Limit, Flow Night in America, and etc.? Be interested to read your comments, so be sure to comment on our Twitter page. Thanks for listening to another edition of the Dirt Racing Podcast. We'll see you next week.
Thank you for listening to the Dirt Racing Podcast with Marshall Hayne. Follow us on Twitter at Dirt_podcast or on Facebook at the Dirt Racing Podcast.